everybody, welcome to Political Sanity. First, thank you all for watching my previous videos. I've had a great response, and I just want to thank you all. I really, truly appreciate it. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this movement going. For those of you that have never watched my videos before, Political Sanity is a platform where we can discuss political issues calmly, sanely, without hatred for each other, and just have a good discussion and point out moments of political insanity and come up with sane solutions to those moments of political insanity. Secondly, this is not bad camera work the way I film it. I clearly see that my head is cut off. This is the way we choose to film it right now. So please bear with us. Let's focus on the issues more than the image. Please send your instances of local political insanity to politicalsanitynow@gmail.com. We will look at them, we'll address them on the show, and that's the way I could get some audience participation in here. Today, we're going to cover a couple of topics: Republican splintering, President Biden and the COVID-19 bill, and is it truly an effort for bipartisanship? And finally, good old AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-CORTEZ, and her recent hatred of police and the Capitol Police. I want to talk about a moment, an I told you so moment from Political Sanity. In a previous video, we talked about Representative Marjorie Greene, Republican from Georgia, and her moment of political insanity. And in fact, it was our first moment of political insanity on Political Sanity. And now, everybody's talking about her political insanity. And they want her removed from committee assignments, and all her crazy conspiracy theories that she prescribes to. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard about her political insanity here first on Political Sanity. So let's get into it. So today, Republicans are at the crossroads, all right? Two major decisions were made by Republican leadership regarding our favorite girl, Representative Marjorie Greene, and Representative Liz Cheney, Republican from Wyoming, who is the number 3 in the House. Greene is obviously under scrutiny for her outrageous, baseless, politically insane claims and conspiracy theories. And Representative Cheney is taking heat for voting to impeach Donald Trump. Some Republicans want her removed from her leadership position, and with Greene, they want her removed from her committee assignments. In fact, Democrats are set to vote on whether to remove Representative Marjorie Greene from her committee assignments. Republican House Leader Kevin McCarthy took no action on either. He did make a suggestion to Steny Hoyer, who's the Democratic leader, that they move Greene from certain committee assignments to another committee assignment where they feel her political views won't interfere with her committee assignments. This was, of course, not enough, and the Democrats are going to go ahead and vote to remove her from her committee assignments. There may be a reason to remove Greene from her committee assignments. I mean, her outlandish beliefs, her baseless conspiracy theories. Yes, there may be a reason to remove her. As far as Cheney's concerned, she voted to impeach President Trump, whether you agree or disagree with that. But that came from her heart, that came from her constituents. That's not based on crazy conspiracy theories. was no reason to remove her from her leadership position, and I'm glad they didn't, because that would just cause divisions within the Republican Party that are really unnecessary. But there's an important point here, folks, that we have to look at when it comes to both issues, really, but especially the Taylor Greene issue. This is a Republican issue, okay? In the House, there's majority rule and minority rights. And one of those rights is that the minority party has the right to appoint its members to certain committees. And it's up to them who goes to those committees and what committee they go to. Therefore, it's Republicans that should remove her. And it's Republicans that should pay for that decision on whether or not to remove her. So, those decisions, the Democrats or majority party should have no say so far as to the vote this vote is essentially a power grab by the Democrats or the majority party to do something like this. This has never been done, or has been done very limited before on a purely partisan basis. Let the Republicans decide what to do, and let the Republicans pay for what they decided to do. That's the way the system works. It's kind of like your kid misbehaves. Do you want your neighbor disciplining your kid? Or do you discipline your kid? You discipline your kid, not your neighbor. This does nothing but increase tensions and divide some more. Divides Republicans, and it divides Republicans and Democrats. Secondly, let's talk about this $1.9 trillion COVID-19 bill. President and the Democrats, again, have proposed $1.9 trillion in spending on this COVID-19 bill. The Republicans, $618 billion. Quite a divide. This is the perfect time for compromise. It's the perfect time for a truly bipartisan plan, everybody. President Biden had a 2-hour meeting with 10 Republican senators. On face, good. He's trying to get opinions, he's trying to get compromise, and he's trying to compromise. This was simply a dog and pony show. At the same time this meeting's going on, Senator Schumer and Representative Pelosi were going ahead with reconciliation. And what this resolution for reconciliation does is it would basically push this legislation through on a simple majority vote in the Senate. They're not looking for compromise here. There was no intention for compromise. Schumer said in a statement that there's still room for bipartisanship in this bill. Mr. Senator, bipartisanship does not mean it's our way or no way. It means that both sides talk, both sides come up with a compromise that they can both agree to. They both give a little, they both take a little. Bipartisanship isn't, you agree with my bill, otherwise you're not bipartisan. That's not what bipartisanism is. This was simply face service. This meeting was simply face service and a photo op to say we tried. It is blatantly obvious that this is going to be pushed through. Let's talk about a moment of political insanity, on political sanity. And as I said, it has to do with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the representative from New York, and her run-in with the Capitol Police, quote, run-in with the Capitol Police. In a podcast, right? AOC described her time during the raid on the Capitol building. She was hiding in her bathroom. Someone banged down the door, eventually being identified as a Capitol police officer, yelled at her to get out, to go to a separate building where she would be safe. In this podcast, she had the audacity to question the intentions of this Capitol police officer that came to her office to rescue her. Why? Because she claims he had anger and hostility in his eyes and was aggressive. Representative OCASIO-CORTEZ, his aggressiveness saved your life. This was fear and adrenaline in his eyes to rescue you and to get you out, and to make his point to get you out. Sometimes you can't ask, please, ma'am, please. You have to be aggressive depending on the situation. This man risked his life for yours, and you dare question his intentions, and he may have tried to put you in a vulnerable position as you cowered in the bathroom? You are politically insane. How about just saying thank you? Thank you for doing your job. Thank you for rescuing me. Or don't even say thank you, because I'm sure he wasn't looking for a thank you from you. He was doing his job to rescue you. It is just insane, absolutely insane that you even question his intentions. Thank you, everybody, for watching this video. I appreciate it. I truly appreciate all the support. Please subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And stay safe, stay healthy, stay politically sane.